Shalom. Alright? We the Hebrew Israelites. You know, we out here another week, once again, to prophesy the destruction of Babylon, right? America, known in the scriptures as the daughter of Babylon, okay? Assyria, okay? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt, okay? Revelations 11 and 8. You know, come out another week once again to prophesy the downfall and the destruction of America, Babylon in the Bible, okay? But before we get started, we would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Vashem, Yahweh, Vashem, Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. Love and salutations to the Akim Wa'akwat, the brothers and the sisters, right, of the elect, okay, because we do these counts and videos for the elect to bring them back to the Heavenly Father, which are the true names. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh meaning he is to be, he exists. And Yahweh Shai, his only begotten son, means he saves and he delivers. All right, of the northern of the southern kingdom returning back to the Heavenly Father, right, to give you the understanding of what you need before the Lord brings Jacob trouble. Okay, right now, you know, we come out to prophesy that we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the patriarch of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, according to the Holy Scriptures. The God of the Bible is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the God of the Hebrew Israelites. There are many different families of Hebrews, but there's a chosen lineage. Okay, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai made a covenant with his people. All right, and when you understand from the beginning, the Lord had a chosen seed line. Okay, that went through what? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, Abraham, which the Lord told Abraham, to this seed will I give this land. Okay, we're gonna start with Revelation. You got Revelation, and whatever you come out with, man, just bring it out. Whatever preception that's on your spirit. Okay, the Lord has a particular seed line, right? Which it prophesied in the last days that a bulk of the prophets, a bulk of the children of Israel will be right here in Babylon, right? The Lord sent his spirit, you know, through the men in these last days, right? They was gonna wake up, they were gonna receive his spirit, okay? And they was gonna stand on their feet and prophesy. That's why we able to know now what lineage we come from. We ain't just niggas walking around in the ghetto. We ain't just, right now we on the bottom. All nations, they hate us, okay? And they doing better than the nation of Israel. That's a curse. That's one of the signs how you know that we are the children of Israel, which are what? Scattered, right? Scattered in these last days, man. We're scattered into every nation, and we're not all gonna look the same. Okay, this not a black or white thing. It's all about the spirit that dwells within inside of you. Okay, the bulk of us will be here prophesying. Okay, come on with it.
Okay, this is Deuteronomy 4:27. And the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, shall scatter you among the nations.
To scatter you among the nations. So we're everywhere. We're engulfed in every nation. Okay, Ham, which is the African nations. You ain't got your Zondervan Bible, do you?
No.
Okay, but when you read the Zondervan Bible, I was gonna get there. Every dark nation ain't the same, right? Because the majority of the people have the mindset that because you're a dark-skinned person or what they call black, that you are the same people. We're African nation people. And that's not so. There's a difference in spirit. There's a difference in culture. Okay, when you look at Ham, they got lip plates. They origin, they customs were vain.
Right.
Okay, lip plates, ear plates in their ears, stretching their skin out. Stripes all on their arm.
Right.
Okay, eating bush meat. Okay, whatever comes to the kill, whatever they kill, they don't care if it's lawful, right? Because it ain't in their spirit to eat lawfully, right? It's in their spirit to eat whatever they catch. But for the Israelites, the Lord gave you a set of laws to go by. That's what makes us different.
Right.
Okay, that's what beautifies us as a nation of people.
That's what separates us.
That's right.
Okay, the Lord said what? Be ye holy, because
I am holy.
Okay, that's what separates us from the rest of these nations that's among us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that the Lord spread us out and scattered us into because of our disobedience. Okay, and the disobedience came from not following his law, statutes, commandments that he gave us to make us separate from the rest of these nations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and the result, what? Capital punishment was slavery.
Right. Right.
We were scattered under all people. Okay, you can bring that out. What you got?
Deuteronomy 4:27. And the Lord, Yahweh Shalom Yasharahla, shall scatter you among the nations,
Right.
and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen.
Okay, few in number. The Lord always deal with few. All right, and the few that He preserves is His elect. Okay, but the 2/3 of His people are degenerates right now. Okay, although they're Israelites, we're scattered into all nations. You got people over there in Ham think they're Hamites, but they're Israelites. You got people in Assyria. We just read about that yesterday. How the Lord left people in Assyria. Right, we went into captivity under Assyria, the northern kingdom. And the Lord scattered them and left them over there to this very day. So that's why there's a need for Yahweh Shai to gather all nations with the chariots. The chariots are the instrument of salvation, which will go around the four corners of the earth to gather His elect. The elect is all over. You got camps that are teaching in South America. You got people over there in Africa. Okay? They speak different languages, but the common denominator is they say Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Right. They acknowledge the Lord.
They acknowledge the Lord, and they notice they got the spirit of Yahweh Shai in them, man. Okay, because you got men that claim they know the truth. They saying that the Native American Indians are not our brothers. Okay, the Africans are not our people. Okay, because we all don't look like Kodak Black. They saying that right, because you got the Native Americans, they range from different colors. Jeremiah, what is it? 12 and 9. You know, Israel is speckled birds. My people is a speckle of birds. Okay? You know, the Lord's people is as a speckled bird, man. You know? Yeah, 12 and 9. You know, so they all not going to look the same, man. You even got some Israelites that look like, what, Edomites. Okay? Give you an example, Blake Griffin. We always bring out how Blake Griffin, okay, looks like a so-called white man. He don't look like the average Israelite. But the way he moved, look how he moved when he played basketball. That's Jake all the way. Okay? Jake is scattered into all nations. They're not going to look the same. Okay? You got it.
All right, this is Jeremiah 12 and 9. My inheritance is unto me as in speckled bird.
Who the heritage of the Lord? Yasharahla. Israel. Israel is the Lord's heritage. Can you get that scripture? Israel is my heritage. I believe it's in the Apocrypha. Yasharahla, Israel, is the heritage of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Out of all the people that came out of Adam, right, there was a chosen line, okay? And the Lord poured Israel unto Himself. He hallowed Israel unto Himself. He made them holy through what? The giving of the laws, right? The covenant that He made with us in the wilderness of Zin, okay? We was under Moses where what? We received the laws and statute commandment under Moses. Moses' Hebrew name is Masha, which means drawn from the waters. Okay, he was a Levite, right? What's a Levite duty? Is to be able to do the services of the Lord. So he was a servant and a prophet and a king.
The name Levite is actually in the Hebrew lawyer. Means joined to me.
Joined to me. Right.
Okay, joined to the Lord.
Right.
Okay.
Which we all are going to become a nation of kings and priests. We all are going to be priests under the new covenant, where the Lord is going to make all us priests. We all are going to be experts in the law. We all going to execute perfectly the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, which we're not able to do right now because we're scattered. The fact that we're scattered proves that we're not under the new covenant. The fact that we're scattered show you that we cannot keep the law perfectly because the enemy is over you. You have to get your food, which is defiled from your enemy. Right? Your enemies not teaching you to serve the Lord. The enemies are setting traps so you may keep going off. All right? So that's why it's a need to bring us all under one banner. Right? But the Lord is only calling His elect first, but eventually the whole nation will be joined together. Right? We're likened under two sticks. And what you holding real quick?
I had got Joel.
Oh, come on with it, bro.
Joel 3 and 2 says, I will also gather all nations and bring them into the valley of Yehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my, this is the point, for my people and my heritage, Israel.
That's it.
Okay? Whom they have scattered amongst the nations.
That's another scripture that proves we've been scattered. Okay? And this is the mystery that you whack it, check it. You can break that down, but I just wanted to say this. Hey, that's the mystery, all right? The Lord sent us things in the mystery. right? And not all people are going to get it, whom the world cannot receive, right? The world can't receive that because they don't know him. They don't know Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He revealed his secrets unto his servant, the prophets. They're going to know what's going on with the scriptures. They're going to know the history. And the history proved that we've been scattered into all nations. You got it?
Oh. Read it again. Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations, okay, these heathens that's coming up against us, okay, and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh, the Lord's judgment. Okay? Shaphat meaning judgment, Yahweh, okay, is the name of the Most High.
All right.
And that place is in the Levant, the Middle East,
That's right?
Okay, and that's where the Lord is going to plead, meaning judge, okay, pour out his judgment upon the other nations for what they did to us,
That's
right? And for what they did to his land, right?
Yep.
And it says, and I will plead with them there for my people, okay, my people, he says, okay? He didn't say all people, okay? And for my people and for my heritage, Israel. He named who his heritage is. He names who his people is, right? Whom they have scattered. Who's the they? Okay, these other nations, specifically so-called white man Esau, Edom, right? Okay, and the rest of these nations that's joining along with him,
right?
Okay, and he said, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Where's the Lord's land? Okay, that's Israel, the land of Israel.
That's why his name,
where these heathens, okay, has split 3 ways, okay, and parted his land 3 ways. He's going to take vengeance, okay, on all nations for that, right? You got it.
No, I was just saying that's why it's war in that land right now.
Right.
That's why the heathens are fighting over that land, because they know that's the best part of the earth. They know that land is holy, but right now it's the fire.
Fertile Crescent.
Yeah. The Fertile Crescent was known where civilization began, where crops, farming, all type of agriculture went on there first.
Right.
Okay? All right.
What he say in the Garden of Eden East, right?
Yeah, that's right. Can you get this scripture and I believe it's in Galatians? Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Okay? This is Psalms 33 in verse 12. Blessed is the nation, all right? Nation, vocab Malone. Nation meaning what? People. Okay? When he saw the word nation in Isaiah 60, he tried to say that wasn't people.
Right.
Okay? When you look up the word people, man. See, it's gonna come a time where we ain't gonna be going back and forth. We ain't going back and forth with you now. But there's gonna be a time where all words are gonna be silenced. And things just gonna happen. Judgment just gonna come down. When the Lord brings the destruction of America, then what you gonna have to say, vocab? What you gonna have to say when the Lord start putting in work? Okay? Because the Lord is bringing destruction. And very soon you're not gonna be able to scoff at the Israelites. You're not gonna be able to try to debunk that we are the Lord's people. It's gonna become very evident. Okay? When the Lord start pushing out these judgments. Okay? When the Lord started to make his name known in the earth, right? When the Lord starts setting back up us in our rightful place. All right? Vocab Haman Malone. You got it,
Hey, this is Galatians 4:26.
Okay.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
Right.
Which is the mother of us all.
That didn't say Africa. That said Jerusalem, which means city of peace. To Zion, right, which is the monument, the Most High monument. Israel is the Most High monument. Jerusalem is the city of peace. And Jerusalem is when Jerusalem gonna be established back up, meaning his people. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. When we be established back in our rightful place, there will be peace on the planet Earth, man. There will be no more war in that land. Okay, underneath Yahweh Shai. That's why he's named Shiloh, because he's the one that's gonna bring peace to the world, right? After he destroyed. His first mission is to come back and deliver and destroy. But after that, he want to establish peace. There's gonna be a righteous order. Okay, let all things be done decently and in order. And that's what Yahweh Shai is gonna bring. He's setting us before thine eyes, right? Our enemy eyes right now. He's establishing an order right now by raising up his men to come out here and give the truth, okay? Because right now, the lies are on the loose. But guess what? Now the Lord is covering all these lies with his spirit. Now he's breaking down all these lies now, okay? By the truth. Hey, this truth has plagued the internet. It's like it covered, like the Most High said. His glory is going to cover the earth, right? His truth is going to cover the earth, right? Now, you got people want to scoff up against it when you can't scoff up against it, right? It's becoming evident. The Bible is speaking right now. The prophecies are happening. It's coming to pass. Now people standing up here looking at us strange because we holding Bibles. We teaching the word. Now everybody looking at us strange. But long as we a gangster, long as we dope dealers and stuff, everybody is at peace. They walk with their hand in their pocket. They at ease. When they more comfortable. The nations are more comfortable when they see us like that. But when they see, I've examined just a few minutes ago how the people looking at us, right? They looking at, man, what they doing? What's going on with what they doing? Because they're not used to it. It just manifested. It just manifested. You know, they not used to seeing us up here teaching. They see you as a degenerate nigga in the hood, and that's all they gonna see you as. But now the spirit of the Lord have entered into us, right? Brought us out of a state of darkness, and now we know, right? We know we don't need a DNA test. We don't need any kind of medical records. We don't need nothing to prove that we the Israelites. The Spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. We got these Bibles. We teaching it correctly. The same Bible they got in your Christian churches. But guess what they doing? They lying to you and oppressing you, keeping you in poverty, plaguing your mind with false doctrines.
And keeping you in poverty is primarily keeping you away from the secrets of the mystery and the mysteries of the kingdom.
Right.
You know, depriving you from the truth of the spirit of the Most High, man. Who you are according to the scriptures. Okay, that's the primary way they're keeping you from the riches, man. Yeah. Because this is gold. That's right. Worth more than gold and all the rubies and all that stuff that y'all chase. All the bags and the you know that they planning to make y'all chase, man. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna bring this out because you brought it out. You spoke upon it earlier, right? This is 2 Thessalonians 2:8.
Yes, sir.
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. And how is the wicked being revealed? Hey, because what? We out here day after day, okay, night after night, in different parts of the world, okay, you can turn on any time on YouTube and there's a video, okay, of a brother making a video, okay, about the truth. And pointing out who our enemy is, who our main enemy is, which is Esau Edom, okay, which is the son of the devil, right? Okay, and bringing out the truth, right? Okay, and that's how he's being revealed, the wicked being revealed, yes, right? Sir. Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Right. Okay, what's the spirit of the Lord's mouth? It's the prophets, man. Okay, the prophets on the highways and byways making these videos, man. Okay, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. The brightness of his coming, right? Okay, when you see Yahweh Shai breaking in the clouds, okay, and laser beams flying everywhere, missiles flying everywhere, okay, that's the brightness of his coming, man. Okay,
because when he come, he's gonna come with a shout, and he's gonna come with great glory, power and glory. Okay, and the people gonna what? That's what gonna make the people bow down, man. That's what like what the scriptures say. Every eye shall see, right? Why? Because he coming with great glory, man. He's coming to what? Take down the powers of this earth. That's why he's known in Isaiah 9. What is it? Revelation 19. The King of Kings, right? He gonna what? There it is.
Okay, many crowns on his head. Why? He conquered the whole earth. And all the kingdoms now are his. They serve him. Okay? And he's setting up the elect right now, okay, to be his cabinet on this earth to execute judgment, okay, and righteousness on this planet. Okay, after his order, the order of Melchizedek.
That's right.
Okay, Malak Dawadah.
It say Psalms 33 and verse. You got something?
No, go ahead.
Psalms 33 and verse 12. Blessed is the nation who the Most High. Blessed is the nation who the Most High is the Lord, and the people whom He have chosen for His own inheritance. Okay, so we are that nation. We are that chosen people. Okay, Deuteronomy 7:6, right? Thou art a holy people. You know, I have separate. You know, thou art a holy people. The word for holy is kodash, which means separate. What separate us? Again, the laws and the statute commandments. Who did He make a covenant with? He made a covenant with Yasharahla, the nation of Israel in the wilderness. Okay? And the reason why we're here is because of the scattering that the Lord ate. We've been plucked out of that land many times. We kept going in and out of captivity. And when we went in and out, we left in some of those nations where we were scattered. Okay, what you got? You bring something out? Huh? Galatians, what is it? Galatians 2 or Ephesians 2? You know, the Lord left us scattered in many different nations. And wherever we will be, the curses will follow us. That's why when you go into a lot of civilizations, they have a name for the word slave. Okay? I believe we looked this up among the when we went into Ethiopia, they called us what? Philistine Jews, right? Philistine Jews, which means smiths, because that was a part of our culture, right? We understood agriculture, we had architecture, we understood all these things. We had skills. That's why when you read the book of Daniel, it's from the tribe of Judah, right? Among the Judites, they were good in what? Science. They were good in math. They were good.
The word truth in Hebrew is amath, okay, which goes back to math. Amath. That's how you get the word truth from. Okay, math.
Yep.
Even the Muslims say what's the mathematics. You know what I'm saying? Because that leads back to truth. You know. It says Jacob is the form of all things, right? So all these other cultures, all these other religions, they basically plagiarize, you know, our culture, man. You know.
John, what you holding on?
You said Galatians.
I believe it's Ephesians 2. Let me see. Might be Ephesians 2 and 11. Ephesians 2 and 11. Try Ephesians. Ephesians 2.
Remember that
That's it.
Is it? Ephesians 2 and 11 says, "Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh."
Right, because they were scattered among the other nations. All right. So you have the natural Gentile, which is Gawayim, you know, who were not given the customs and the law, the natural heathens, the Moabites, the Hamites, the Ammonites, okay, the Japhites, the Edomites. These are the other nations that we were scattered into, okay? You had Israelites in the time of Greece, right? You had Israelites scattered among those provinces where Apostle Paul had to go teach and bring them back. That's why he's saying right there, you're all right, brother, how you doing? All right? You're an Israelite according to the Bible, all right? All right? Yeah, so, the Lord had to use Apostle Paul, right, to be able to establish a ministry to go around, right? He wrote letters to the churches, and he traveled. He had a traveling ministry, letting them Gentiles know, hey, y'all ain't really Gentiles, y'all Israelites. A lot of y'all are Jews, right? You're Israelites, right? But right now you're outside of the circumcision. You're not exercising the law, okay? You know, you can restrain from food, restrain from blood, restrain from false idols, right? He had to bring them to their remembrance that, hey, we didn't do those things, man.
That's not our culture.
You're right.
That's not our heritage. Okay, that's these heathens. Okay, and because we live among them, okay, we think we're one of them. So we participate in their beliefs and their customs, therefore making us like them to the Most High. Okay, but we are on the highways and byways here to inform you that you're not like them.
That's right.
Okay, you have a culture, you have a heritage that the Most High gave you, a holy culture. Okay, a heritage that separates you and makes you holy according to the Most High, right?
Yeah, I can back you up real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word, right? The word meaning what? I believe it's Dabar, the word of the Lord. Or hear the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. And what you'll find that it always speak to Israel, it never spoke to another nation. Right. Okay? And it say, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathens, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. It say verse 3, for the custom of the people are what? Vain. Alright? The custom of the people are vain. The things that they do, all that cutting their flesh, causing their children to pass through the fire. That's what you Israelites doing in the music industry. Okay? You had that woman Jaguar White was talking about recently. Who was it? Causing their son not to pass through the fire. That's the term she made. A lot of these terms that they say, they don't realize they come from the scriptures. Okay? Cause her son, she was basically, who was that celebrity she was talking to? I can't think of the name right now. But she was talking to, who was it? LeBron James, right? Because he got a son that's very skilled I can't say he's skilled, but he's a basketball player. And she said, man, because she know what's going on, she know what's going on the dark side, okay? And she said she hoped that she caused not her son to be able to pass through the fire. Meaning, give him over to the heathens, make him a homosexual, cause his son to be doing rituals, okay? Which majority of our people are doing, the Israelites, right? Celebrating Halloween, right? That goes back to the Romans, and I believe it goes back a little further than that. Because the Romans adopted a lot of sorcery and rituals from these ancient kingdoms, right? Celebrating Halloween, okay, was worshiping the dead. That's in our law that we should not worship the dead. We should not even come in contact with a dead body. So our laws is what make us sanctified, holy, okay? But you got people running around here, going to strangers' house with their children for candy, right? And that was a ritual what they did. They grabbed food and put it out for the dead, man. So the dead can come in, which we know that's a lot. The dead know not what the living is doing, as the scripture say.
Two separate worlds.
Right.
You got the spiritual world and the carnal world. Regular, you walk around here in these bodies, that's flesh. Okay, spirit is something that's inside of you. It's like software to a computer. You can't really see the software, you just know it's making the computer work.
Right.
Okay? So the Lord downloads your spirit into your body. Right. That's how you are able to walk around in your body. If you kill the body, the spirit goes back to the Father.
That's right.
Okay? To be absent in the flesh is to be present with the Father. Okay?
And I think, who was it? I'm not sure if it was Nebuchadnezzar, but he had a custom where he would sit food in somewhere in the back of the temple in a wall hidden behind. And Daniel had to prove to him, look, man, that ain't real. That's your own. You know what I'm saying? These are your priests. These are your
priests.
Yeah, they eating that food, man. That goes to show you that we had truth back then. We got truth now, cause we're those same people.
I think he found them out too by. I'm thinking it's the same account you talking about, but he had spread powder.
I think it's
on
in Bell and the Dragon.
Bell and the Dragon. Yeah. He spread powder on the floor and he tracked the footsteps back to the priest. And he was like, see, your priest eating.
Hey, the truth, the Lord is about revealing truth, man. Right? So that's the thing. That's why we out here. We out here revealing what? The Most High don't look like a so-called white man.
Right.
Okay? The scriptures say he's a dark-skinned man, look like his skin been burned in the furnace. His eyes is a flame of fire, his hairs and his head. That means the hairs on your head and your beard.
So that means the Lord is leprous? Does that make sense? If you look up what it is.
Hey, that's in the law.
Leviticus
16 or 18 or something.
22 and 11 or something.
Oh, we can get that. You probably got to look it up though, because I ain't got my Yeah.
That would mean the Lord is leprous, man. Are you serious?
Right. So that's why the Lord, that's uncleanness. The Lord how would the Lord be clean if he have leprous skin. The Lord is all about cleanness, man. Out Yahweh Shai. Okay? You know? He had a ritual where they washed their feet during the time of Yahweh Shai, man, when he was on the scene with the apostles. Okay? You know, the Lord told the nation of Israel, he told Moses to tell the people that I'm going to appear, right? In what, 3 days? Was it 3 days? The Lord appeared during the time of Moses. The Lord appeared unto the nation Israel, and he said, what? Wash yourselves and come not near your wives. We were meant to be clean people. That's the point.
When they were about to get the covenant.
Mm-hmm. He told them to wash themselves, make themselves clean, wash themselves with water. Okay? And we knew about all the cleaning of the isal. We knew about all the hyssop. You know, we had wells of water. That was the custom, man. We kept ourselves clean, you know. And so we know in the eyes of the Lord right now, we are not clean. Our righteousness is a filthy rags. But you want to try to be as clean as possible. You want to, meaning what? Offend less.
Right.
You know, in the spirit. It's a spiritual comparison. You want to make sure you walking according to the Son, right? You want to make sure you clean to the best of your ability until the Lord, what? Transfer us, man.
Not clean in the carnal
Not
sense.
clean in the carnal sense, but in the spiritual sense.
Because we got ceremonial laws that we got to keep, you know what I mean? So the high priest can't just walk up in the Holy of Holies, you know what I'm saying, unclean, just coming out the bed with his wife, and, you know, that's come on, man, that's abominable.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord can't behold no uncleanness like that, man.
Right.
Hey, that's why we know he's not the God of the Hamites.
Right.
And the Elamites,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and the Moabites,
Mm-hmm.
because ceremonial, they spiritually they're not clean, man. Okay,
Right.
you got Elamites that sit up underneath a damn cattle's ass and have them piss all over them. Go take a golden shower.
Yeah, they'll drink the piss, right?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These Hamites take a damn catch all kinds of mosquitoes and make a mosquito patty and eat that shit.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And then
That's not our culture.
right. What about these black conscious niggas walking around with their head shaved like Pharaoh? You know, with a ponytail sticking on the back of it, calling themselves Egyptians.
Shave their eyebrows and draw that shit in.
Right.
The fuck?
Right.
That's some weird shit, man. We don't do shit like that.
That what means if you was an Egyptian, you would have to be what? You would have to be a homosexual to be an Egyptian.
Right.
And when you look at a lot of these Hamites in Babylon, they homosexuals.
And
I see a lot of them Hamites getting on the bus on that 196. They holding hands, kissing each other in the mouth on the bus, man. Hamites, man. They did that, what? Over 2,000 years ago, man.
That's why they got kicked out of Canaan. You know, a lot of these customs is why the Lord removed them from Canaan, man. Before Israel became holy, you know, and was renamed Israel, it was called Canaan, land of Canaan. That's where the Hamites was. You see? But the Lord kicked them out so we can come in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Under who? Joshua and Caleb, right?
Right.
He told Moses he wasn't going to see the Holy Land. But it happened under what? Joshua and Caleb, where the Lord gave us every tribe according to their inheritance, man. Okay? They had abominations set up like Dagon, you know, all these
Molech.
Molech, all these other, you got Israel still worshiping those same gods today, man.
Right. All Esau did is rebrand. You know, you can see her even now, like, you know, if there's a company that you know gets sued because they were doing some abominable shit, you know what I'm saying? All Esau do is close that company and reopen it and rebrand it, you know what I'm saying, and pitch it back out to y'all. You know, it's the same shit. There's no new tricks on the sun. The devil has no new tricks, right?
That's right.
You know, he just reused the same thing but rebranded. You know, that's it, man.
That's right.
I got it. Ephesians.
2:11.
Oh yeah. This is Ephesians 2:11. It says, "Wherefore remember that ye being in time past, Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called circumcision in the flesh made with hands."
Right. You got it.
Keep going.
Yeah, what else you say? That was 11?
Yeah.
Read 12.
That at that time ye were without Yahushua.
At the time you was without Yahushua, right? Because this was before, this was after Yahushua. Okay, so Yahushua came on the scene and gave the word, right? But you had the scattering; they was already gone out of the land.
Right.
Okay.
They were already They had already adopted and been Hellenized.
That's right.
The Grecian customs,
right.
The Roman customs, the Babylonian customs, the Syrian customs. You know, so they were all Hellenized.
Right.
So that's why you had Israelites, okay, that were calling themselves Ephesians, speaking Greek,
yeah,
you know, and calling themselves Greek, not knowing that they're really Israelites. Yeah. Much like you have here in, you know, in Babylon the Great.
Right.
You ask the average American so-called Negro what nationality, he say, "I'm American."
Right. With no idea of
speaking English.
Right.
Have no idea, like the brother said, that he's really his heritage is really the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
You know, their inheritance of, you know, the promise, okay, and everything else that's in the scriptures, man.
Right. Exactly. And when you ask them about, see, that's the thing about Jake, man. Jake is so, they have been reduced, you know, to a nigga on the corner, to accepting American culture. We've been reduced to a piece of bread, to the point where Jake don't even want to read and understand. That's reading is very important, man.
Reading is fundamental.
It's fundamental, right? If you ask him things about America, you know, or ask him how that term came about, or who that name come from, he don't know. Okay, by the man Amerigo Vespucci. Okay, can you get that for me in the Google? Amerigo Vespucci, just for the sake of edification. If he don't know what we're about to bring out, okay? Leo Scipio Africanus, we're gonna bring that one out too. To prove where these names come from. To know that you ain't an American. And honestly, when you go to court, or when you go to a sit or any kind of institution that your enemy owns, they don't recognize you as an American. Because they were the ones, the enemy were the ones that took you out of your homeland. They plucked you out of your homeland 70 AD. Okay, there was a scattering, since we're in the topic of scattering, there was a scattering happening 70 AD. How we ended up. And America, when we hit the America, we came to the Americas, the transatlantic slave trade in the 1600s. You know, the Native Americans, which are our brothers, all the other 10 tribes, they came to this land around the 14th century, right? They were here before us, okay? We came in the 1600s. They was here before us in the 1400s, okay? And we didn't recognize ourselves as American. What were your names called before then? What were you called before they labeled you as a Negro? What were you called before they labeled you as a American, an African, okay? You had a culture before then. Hold on, listen. That he had a culture and a name, you know. He had a culture and a name before he came from the coast of Africa. Okay, now we're gonna get there. You can bring out that term.
Like the brother said, okay, Amerigo Vespucci,
right?
Okay, Italian, okay, March 9th. 1454 to February 15, 1512 was an Italian explorer.
An Italian explorer. He was an Edomite.
Yeah.
Because that land was taken by the Edomite. Italy, up there in Rome, that land really belongs to Jacob. Okay? But what time period was it? We looked that up before.
Right. This was 1454
okay.
to 15.
That was a little that was after. The land been conquered. Okay? That's why you got to go into history to know these. Jake don't know no history. He don't understand his history because he's not into history. He into American culture. Okay, where they teach you to be, they teach you just to be lazy. They want you to be dumbed down in Babylon.
Hey, they teach you lies.
Yeah.
They indoctrinate you into their belief system, so you don't find out your own.
That's right. So they calling themselves after what? An Italian explorer. Okay. I believe he had he assisted.
It says right here, was an Italian explorer and navigator from the Republic of Florence, for whom America is named.
Woo! You keep reading.
Yeah,
keep reading.
It says Vespucci participated in at least 2 voyages of the Age of Discovery between 1497.
Now that was around when Christopher Columbus, came. The first place he landed was what? The Bahamas. He landed in the Bahamas first. They came from what? Spain.
Right.
You got it.
It says between 1497 and 1504, first on the behalf of Spain, and 1499 to 1500, and then on the behalf of Portugal in 1501 to 1502. It says 2 booklets were published under his name containing colorful descriptions of these explorations and other voyages. Both publications were extremely popular and widely read throughout much of Europe. Historians still dispute the authorship and veracy of these accounts.
Right. So the whole point is there's no way that we can be American because that term and that wind gets strong. That's safe, man. Hey. We're gonna keep rolling, man. That wind started to pick up. Now how you know it's gonna heat up? Let's keep rolling.
Says, well, I just say this too. Spain and Portugal, before this time period, was ruled by Jake, right? And especially in Portugal, okay, the map makers and the voyages with Jake. So all these Edomites, okay, that learned, the seas and the lands and how to make maps and all that, they got that knowledge from Jake, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and I got books on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Jake been everywhere already. Okay, they knew the natives was here because they were coming here to trade with them. Okay, matter of fact, there was Jake's Native Americans being married to Jake in Spain and Portugal. Yep. Okay, they were making the trip back and forth trading. Okay, so it wasn't nothing new to them. Matter of fact, the Jakes that Christopher Columbus got from Spain to come here to speak to the natives, that's how he knew they could speak to them. Because they spoke Hebrew also. They were interpreters. So they knew how to speak to the natives.
Yep.
You see? So Jake taught Edomites how to sail and make maps because they've been doing that. The book I got tell you that from, all the way back to the 1100s, they were coming here. They were making maps of Africa and wherever else, man. So when they took over Portugal and Spain, they learned from Jake. They forced Jake to do it, to teach them how to do that shit, man.
Gotcha.
I forget his name. Louis de Torres. Louis de Torres. He about to bring it out. Bring it out.
Hey, this is Louis de Torres. Okay. He died in 1493. Was Christopher Columbus' interpreter on his voyage to America. Woo! You see that?
He was a converso, which means these Edomites told him, if you don't stop practicing that you're a Hebrew, okay, and change to Christianity, you'll be put to death or exiled. So right after they gave him that choice, here come Christopher Columbus talking about, hey, I got a voyage to the new world. I need you to come with me to interpret.
They knew
to them.
Yeah, they knew who they was coming to get. Okay, they knew that the Northern Kingdom was already over here. Okay, the heathens was in confederate with each other. Okay, so you had the Northern Kingdoms, right? The Northern tribes, they left Assyria and came to what the scholars call Asarit, right? Azarat, if you can grab that. Which this land was once a no man's land. A land where mankind never dwelt, which you'll read about that in the Apocrypha. That's why we tell you the scriptures linked with history. Okay? The prophecies are linked to history. You have to study history in order to understand the Bible. Okay? That's why when you read about when you read the Bible, you have to go into geography, maps. You have to go into language. You have to go into different things, right? You become more scholar-like when you learn maps and when you learn languages and when you learn all different aspects of history. It makes you you become aware of what actually happened. And what you'll find is our history is linked to a lot of this history that we go in. Okay, when you go into Egypt, on their walls, the hieroglyphics, they have the enslavement of Israel, man. You can read about that in Genesis, the 12th chapter, where he told Abraham that our seed would be inflicted 400 years in the land of Egypt, Mizraim. Okay? So you have to get into history, man. But I got this in Wikipedia, Louis de Torres. It say Louis de Torres died 1493. Right? De Torres was a converso, okay? A Jewish person, which he was not a Jew. He was not Jewish, he was a Jew. He was a Jew. There's a difference between Jewish. Them 1948ers classify themselves as Jewish, okay? But to be a Jew, you will have to be from one of these tribes of Jacob, okay?
Specifically the tribe of Judah.
Right. Which the tribe of Judah, how you would say it in the Hebrew, and we encourage you got to get into the Hebrew to know the Bible as well. That's why Yahweh, which means the Most High praise. The name of Yahweh is in that tribe. Okay, his name is on what we recognize today as the black or the American Negro. Okay, so Hamashiach would have been an American Negro today, and they would have did the same thing to him that he did to us. Right. Okay, so let's keep reading. De Torres was a converso, a Jewish person who was forced to convert to Christianity. Woo! He was forced. Hey, when me and his brother, we Googled that. We looked up the what they call it, the basically what they I can't think of the term
I know
right
what
now.
You're talking about.
But I believe it's gonna come out though. It's gonna come.
Might be in there.
It say De Torres was a converso, a Jewish person who was forced to convert to Christianity. That goes to show you that Edom went to go use the sword to push that whitewashed Christianity on people by force. Okay? That's their history, right? And that's how you know that his blessing is the soil,
Right.
because that he went around making Jews convert. Okay, and they say D. Therese was a converso Jewish person who was forced to convert to Christianity or be put to death according to the Spanish Inquisition. Now,
there you go, Spanish Inquisition.
There you go.
Okay, which the Pope and Isabella and Ferdinand enforced it. You know what I'm saying? The Pope put it out, and Isabella and Ferdinand enforced it. So that's how he became a converso.
Right.
Because he was a practicing Jew before that, you know.
And when you go years after that, you look at the apostles, right? The same thing was happening under Rome. They say if you keep teaching in that name, right? Even among our own people, you know. And there was a dispersion. There was the Romans, right? Kicked out the Jews during that time. There was a dispersion among the Romans, right?
And what's his name? Greece, when Antiochus Epiphanes.
Yeah.
Okay, he came with that same edict. Like, yo, y'all can't even call yourselves Jews no more. You see what I'm saying? So it's been many scatterings and disbursements of our people by the sword.
Yeah.
Forced to do it by the sword.
Right.
Okay, and that's because of our own disobedience, man. Okay, because we didn't follow what the Most High wanted us to do. Okay, so he put that on us, man. Yep. It ain't cause Esau's so powerful, man.
Right.
It's Esau's the base, man.
Right. When you go into Revelation, the 20th chapter, right, it speaks about the angel, right, which is Yahweh Shai. What he had the great chain, right? Can you get that real quick? In Revelation 20, and he shut down. He put the chains, right? The chains represent slavery, right? That's when Esau was pushed up into captivity in the mountains, right? And guess what happened? Europe. It fell, right? Right. You had Europe fail for 1,000 years, what they call the Dark Ages. Right, and
Jake was ruled.
That's right. They called it the Dark Ages because Esau speaking code. He don't want you to know. That's how you know they know. Oh, you got it.
Matter of fact, when the converso started coming into play, that was the end of Jake's rulership, and that's when the Renaissance,
the iconoclasm started. Yeah.
Okay, that's when iconoclasm started. The Renaissance resurgence.
Yeah.
Okay, resurgence of Esau.
Right. That was the beat. Yeah. That's when he started
the deadly wounds being healed.
Yeah, the deadly wounds being healed, right? And they started kind of Romanizing the earth around that time, that iconoclasm, bringing that whitewashed history back. They started taking those old paintings of Jake back then, where Jake was ruling Rome, and he was set up as kings. We got a book called what is that book called? The Negro Rulers of Scotland, right? The Negro Rulers of Scotland, and what else? England,
all the coat of arms from the Dark Ages that Jake had. And you can see plain as day, is Jake on there. Okay, Negro hair, Negro lips. You know what I'm saying? It's Negroid features. Everything was Negro. Yeah. And this was Europe.
Yeah.
Back in those times. And that's how you have Putin that could bring out all those ancient paintings and shit, because they still have them. They couldn't get rid of them.
Right. They still got some uncovered to this day.
In the cathedral.
In their museum. And then you had President Putin. How you say Putin? President Putin. He came out and showed you an ancient picture of what Christ looked like. He revealed to the world the lies that Esau Edom, because that picture they got, that's iconoclasm.
And you still got goddamn Jakes walking around here, bowing down to pasty ass Jesus.
Right, destroyed, man, sick. That's sick-minded, man. That you got an all-black church and they bowing down and stomping and clapping over a white Jesus, man.
I'm gonna bring this out. This is Revelations 20:1. It says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven.
Right.
Who's that angel? Yahushua.
Right, because he been getting, okay, read on. I don't want to cut
it says, having the key of the bottomless pit.
Having the key of the bottomless pit, right? Because all power was given unto who? Yahushua.
Right.
He had the key to open and no man, to shut the door, no man open. Right, he got the key.
No man open it,
right.
And open, no man shut it.
He had the power, that's right. He had power to change rulerships. And what you'll find is that, you know, Edom went into captivity under the time of King David, even the time of Samuel, the time of King Saul, man. We've been battling, you know, the Edomites, right? But there have been time periods where the Lord pushed them up in the Gerishons during the time of King David, okay? But then, because we were still under the curses and we kept going on, the Lord kept on raising him up, meaning giving him, you know, setting him loose from the Israelites. Because he's a natural slave. That's why the scriptures say what? I have seen servant upon horses, right? Because he's not meant to be on a horse. He's not meant to have power. He has power right now, and look what he's done to the whole world. So that's why the Lord, you know, had time periods where he shut him up. But when Israel got out of pocket, he'll bring him back out because he's a whipping stick. Okay? And all the nations are whipping sticks. The king of Assyria was likened unto a lion. Okay? So guess what? The Lord arrayed, guess what? The lion made the what? The child, right? As it say in Sirach 39. Okay? So he kept bringing these beasts up, which is the other nations, to attack, right? That's in the spiritual metaphor.
Right.
You know? The Lord got literal beasts that he could do that too, but guess what? The other nations are likened unto beasts as well. So they came and what? Tore us, rent our homeland, they tore down our temples, and we scattered. We got scattered. Okay, you got it.
It says in Revelation 21, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit,
right,
and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold of the dragon. He laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
You see that? So it say the dragon, right? The dragon metaphorically is talking about the Roman Empire. The beast is talking about, can you go to that word beast in the Hebrew? It's going to give you what? Beisto, how you say the Greek word? I can't really say it. I might be saying it wrong. But it goes into a bestial man, okay? A bestial man that would rule, would have a kingdom, you know, compatible to what? A dragon. They will rule in dreadness, in fear. They will rule in, and you know, Rome was greatly feared among the nations. A lot of nations became vassal state under during the time of Europe. You know, you got it. You got that. You can bring it out. That word beast. I might be talking about the wrong chapter.
It ain't right here though.
Okay, it ain't right there. Read verse 2 again. So I'm thinking about Revelation.
Yeah, talking about the other passage.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Revelation. Revelation chapter, I believe it's 17 or 18.
I'll get it after this.
All right.
It says, verse 2, and he laid hold on the dragon,
right,
that old serpent, which is the devil,
right,
and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right, you had Eastern and Western Europe, right? You know, you had Eastern and Western Europe, right? Was it Western? It was Western Europe, which was the pagan Roman Empire, that fell, right? You know, then you had the Eastern Roman Empire was ruled by Jake during the Byzantine Empire. Okay, so the Lord had it to where Esau was shut up for 1,000 years, and Jake was on the scene. Okay, so you had Jakes in Europe that had civilizations. Like the like what empire was it? The Mali Empire? Huh?
Right?
The Mali Empire. There were civilizations that was in Europe, right? That was ruled by Jake. Okay, we lived in castles. Okay, we lived in castles. We lived in you know, we was kings during that time.
Still are kings.
Right? Go back to read 2
May I
again.
ask y'all something from Abraham? I'm sorry.
I got that
Are
word.
y'all
beast.
Israelite nation or y'all?
Yeah, get that word.
Are y'all different?
Yeah.
The word beast, G2342, therion, okay,
Very
an
love it, bro.
animal,
good, bro.
a wild animal, wild beast, a beast, 3. This is the one. Metaphorically, a brutal, bestial man,
Right.
savage,
right.
ferocious.
Ooh. He
Okay.
he said savage. Who rules savages? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He rules savages. He take
We
land.
fucked up everything. I know it. We fucked up everything. I know it. I hate my own people. Bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, you gotta say that
You
again.
gotta say it.
My people fucked up everything.
Yeah.
They took advantage of the black man,
Hey, what's
promised him something, and then didn't give it to him. You know what?
Hey, that's Satan on that's what the scriptures say their children shall complain of an ungodly father.
Yeah, most definitely.
That go with that
My
scripture.
my family, my biological actually ran the Underground Railroad.
You know your dad?
My father, yeah.
You know your grandfather?
My father and my grandfather were racist, and I hated them.
Yeah.
I hated them for it.
Yep.
I'm like, why do you hate another man because of their skin tone? Why don't you judge them by their character instead?
You know why? Because his character is messed up. You know, the so-called white man, right?
I love the way y'all say so-called, because that doesn't point out every white man.
Well, we say
so-called,
so-called.
the motherfuckers that run shit like this, that take from us, and then don't give back shit. That's the so-called white man.
Yeah. See
And
that?
they eat pork with worms crawling all through it. Come on.
That's Satan really, hey, done.
Their own tongue.
Hey, you know,
He may not be.
he may not be. Hey, that the spirit show don't seem like one, because hey, he spit fire, man. You know, but guess what? You know, the Lord's get to come and decide who's the Edomite. He knows every spirit, man. So if that's an Edom, he said, I hate my own people. Either two things. He could be an Edomite and he really do hate his own people, or he could be a Jake not knowing that he really is an Israelite. Okay, because you know the scriptures, we scattered everywhere. That spirit to me, this is just a personal thought. That don't seem like an Edomite, okay? Because of the spirit that's in here. Hey, believe it or not, I saw Judah when I was looking in this face. You know what I'm saying? I saw Judah, you know, but guess what? We don't know. That's why you can't go out here and point to a person and say, you an Israelite or you an Edomite. You might have a guy that's covered in dark skin. But guess what? He might be an Edomite in spirit. I've met a so-called man that looked black, so-called black man. And his spirit was totally adverse, man.
Absolutely.
Throw to the left, man. Throw to the left, man.
Like what's his name on that Dave Chappelle show? White power.
Yeah. You know, that Uncle Ruckus spirit.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, you can't get fooled by color, man. The Lord heritage as a speckle of birds. You can be, it's a such thing called confusion of faces. In one sense, it means that we've been scattered. We've been made a reproach among the nations. We've been shamed in front of all the nations. We've been shamed. We've been brought low. And in another sense, you can look at a person and say, you're a white man, and honestly, his spirit is an Israelite. There is no such thing as a white man. There is no such thing as a black man.
Well, it's social construct.
Yeah, that's social construct. It's all about the spirit. What's that scripture in Samuel? I believe it's in 2 Samuel where it say the Lord look not on the outer appearance. Can you get that real quick? You can't. Hey, we've been scattered. We've been engulfed into all nations. You can't look at a person and be like, you're an Israelite or you're a Hamite. The spirit bear witness with our spirit. The Lord is the one that put this word in the spirit of Jacob, because he know all people. He know he's the spirit. He's the father of all spirits, right? Yahweh. Okay, Yahweh Shai is going to come and sift the house of Israel. He's going to separate the wheat from the tare. So if you're a tare, the Lord is going to make that be known. Okay?
This is 1 Samuel 16:7. It says, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance.
What did he tell him?
Look not on his countenance,
Right.
or on the height of his stature,
Right.
because I have refused him.
Now this is going on when the Lord told Samuel to find Saul and set him up, let him give him the word of the Lord that he will become king over Israel, right? But if you what you'll find in Israel that most men are not spiritual. Most men will look at a person and tell, what you had. You had Captain T from the ISUPK, told that the little Hamite little boy that he can't be a part of the Passover, when that could have been very well the Israelite. So you got to have a spiritual eye to be able to see.
Right.
And I remember that time when that video was surfacing when he came out. When he told a little African dude, you can't participate in the Passover. Well, you got a lot of brothers that teach this word, and they known as the Ashanti tribe, which were Israelites. Okay, you got the so-called African guy, who created the internet. That could be an Israelite.
Right.
Okay.
Most likely.
Yeah, most likely.
Ain't no Hamite.
Hey, Giannis, the basketball player Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah.
I did a kumpo.
That's an Israelite.
That no Hamite move like that. You see Manute
jump,
Bol?
that dude jump over the damn rim.
You see Manute Bol? Tall as hell, can't really play.
Hey,
can't hardly move.
Yeah. He just recently passed away, by the way.
Yeah.
You can tell that, hey, got that grab monster boy. Hey, that's a straight up Hamite, man. Tall as he had the rim.
Goddamn Philistine.
Yeah.
It's a Philistine.
Hey,
bro.
yeah. Shit, that could be Goliath. You never know.
Hey, man.
You got it.
All right, this is 1 Samuel 16:7. It says, "But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature,
right?
Because I have refused him.
Right.
For the Lord seeth not as a man seeth,
right.
For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart."
Right. Your heart is your mind, your spirit. So the Lord knows the spirit. When he say he knows, you got niggas walking, he know my heart. Nigga, he ain't talking about the vessel that's pumping in your chest. He talking about your thoughts. While your ass sitting there talking about, you know my heart. He know when your ass is wicked too. He see you when you doing wicked shit.
Right.
Okay? But we bring
your heart ain't right.
That's right.
He ain't right.
Right. So the Lord looks at the mind. The Lord knows the spirit. He created every spirit. So a lot of you brothers, you ain't spiritual to say that the Africans, right? You got to know, right? You got to, first of all, you got to understand the scattering. You got to know that there were Israelites scattered up in North and West Africa, and really they scattered all over Africa, man. They everywhere, man. Cause during time, right, places moved. Hey, people moved around. So you got Israelites south. You got them west. You got them in the Congo. Okay? We everywhere. We've been scattered into all nations. Okay? What you had? Go back to Rebel. Oh, you got something?
Nah, because you quoted it, I want to bring it out. Concerning.
Yeah. The Edomite.
The so-called Edomite.
So-called. That's what
we don't know for sure, but it says Ecclesiasticus 41:6. It says. It says the inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, okay, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach, okay, and that's really, I believe that's talking about Israel. I believe that's talking about the Israelites, the 2/3, but we can apply it to Edomites at this time, right? It says, the children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. And that's what's going on right now in these times when you have Edomites, okay, being reproached for the sins of their fathers. Because the scriptures tell you are your forefathers. Okay, just like we went off, our forefathers went off, but we still in captivity now. Okay, as a result of them going off, because we are our forefathers, really.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, you go back to Revelation. I wanted to bring this. Jeremiah 16 and 19. Oh Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Okay, that goes, hey, the Edomites their children are coming out, right? You got they burning monuments. They finding out that Israelites had civilization. We had Black Wall Street. We had places where we tried to separate from this devil. And they mad about that. Like, damn, man, you know, they realizing their fathers, they have inherited lies that came from their fathers. Niggas ain't shit, stay away from them.
Right.
They this and that, but now it's coming out that, hey man, these people really wasn't even bothering us. They just wanted to separate and do their own thing, okay? They had Black Wall Street, they built up this kingdom. Hey, Tom Hanks came out and said something like that. I didn't even know nothing about Tulsa, Oklahoma. I didn't know what is that city they found in where that little waterfall they have the lake something lake Lanier. Yeah, they had
right up north.
Yeah, they had Jake civilizations under it.
There's like almost like 100 of those throughout the U.S., man, where they burnt down the Jake Town and put a lake there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And me and this brother here, man, we went to was it Tennessee?
Yeah.
A Indian reservoir where we seen all the things, all the afflictions of the Native Americans when they came here through the we went into the Indian
Appalachian, Trail of Tears, where it started.
Trail of Tears, that's right. Yeah, go ahead, you got it.
Where the Trail of Tears started in Tennessee, okay, and it showed the history of how Esau came, you know, wanting to faking like he wanted to trade and learn about stuff, but he brought pigs over here.
Yeah.
The natives was like, nah, we don't eat that, so we don't want to trade with you for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They coveted the land.
Right.
You know, they coveted their women. You know what I'm saying? All the
indoctrinated
them,
them,
and they slaved them, man. Tried to make it seem like they were gonna trade, but they slaved them and took their land and shipped them off to Oklahoma.
Right.
Okay, and don't believe all the hype, man, because all the natives don't look the same. You see, when you go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they tell you Tulsa, Oklahoma, well, the brother just brought out Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street was there. You show me some natives that look like, you know, like that, to, you know, all white skin, like, you know, because there's $5 Indians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They fake like they were Indians so they can get the land and the money.
Well, you know, Esau always did that. Even when we was in the homeland, you know, you had Edomites came in through, what's her name? How you say it? Memory, yeah. She was the
Hasmonean princess.
Hasmonean princess.
She was the daughter of one of the high priests.
Yeah, John High Priest, right?
And Herod saw an opportunity to rule within the Jews and be accepted. So he went ahead and chucked his pasty ass wife to the side and put her away, and he married Memory. Okay, and that's how he became, you know, king of the Jews, so to speak.
And then during that time, as time progressed,
That's, you know, after that, Yahushua was supposed to be born. That's how he knew all the prophecy about Yahushua being born. You know, faking like he was going, you know, to serve him, but really he was trying to put him to death, man.
Okay, Jeremiah 16 and 19 again. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come to thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our father have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. But in a sense, we use that to tell you that, hey, that's going on among here in Babylon as well. With the children of Edom, they finding out that their father have lied to them, right? These ain't dudes that just walking around in the streets and don't have no understanding, no way. But hey, they did things back then. But you know, we wasn't successful because we're under the curses. Every time we built up something here in America, the Esau, Edom came and tore it down. Because that's the curses, right? We came here to serve out of punishment, a captivity. That was a scattering, okay? And we was carried over the waters, right? That's why you got to get into the transatlantic slave trade to know how we got here. This land don't belong to us by inheritance. Our land is Yasharahla, Israel, man. He, Prince Power, will be with power with the Prince, Yahweh Shah, man. We'll share power with the Most High, okay? So what you got?
I was trying to get some, man. I don't know if I got it on this phone.
Okay.
I'm looking for it for a second, and then I'm gonna jump back.
You can bring. Okay, go ahead. All right. So let me go back to Revelations. No. What we had before that?
Revelations 20. We was at.
Okay, you have verse Revelations 20 and 2, and he laid hold on the dragon, right? The dragon being who? The Roman Empire, okay? And that old serpent, who is that old serpent? Esau, Edom, all right? The old serpent, right? That spirit that's inside of Esau goes back to the serpent in the garden, right? He's the physical manifestation of the serpent that was in the garden, right? He came on the earth to do the will of the serpent, to rule in wickedness, to bring subtlety. And look at this is good. In case you look at me, hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, the kids naturally know what we up here for, man. That's the spirit. But the old serpent, which is the devil, okay. So this talking about a man that's gonna have the characteristics of what? The serpent in the garden. Why he's known as the serpent, okay, like the scriptures say, you know. What does it say? He's a lie. Like what is it? Psalms 50, what? 53. Yeah. Where they called him. He was known as a serpent. The scripture slipping my mind right now. All right, which is the devil. Now the word devil goes into. Let's go into that word in the Greek. Diablos. Accuser, devil, slanderer. Accusing falsely, right? So he's a deceiver. Right? We was going into iconoclasm, how they took the picture of Yahweh Shah, right? The image of Yahweh Shah, and whitewashed him, made him look like a Roman, a Greek and a Roman. Okay? So that's why we identify him as a what? The slanderer, accuser, false accuser. Okay? A false slanderer. A person that tell perpetual lies. Okay? You know, now all people have to do is just crack Revelations 1 and 13 and see that Christ, you know, Yahweh Shah didn't look like that, man. You know? But you got people in these churches are still being deceived by the who? The devil.
And the first thing they say is what? What does it matter what he look like?
Right. But
but you gonna allow him to be painted as a cracker and serve him as a cracker that, you know, enslaved your ancestors, took your heritage, okay, and did all these heinous acts to you. But then when we say, oh, he looked like what the scriptures look like us.
Right.
But you got a problem with it then.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go into the second definition. And diablos, the word there for devil is diablos. And it means metaphorically applied to a man by opposing. Applied to a man by opposing the cause of the Most High. May be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. You see that? To act the part of the devil. He's on the earth in the flesh to act out the actual, you know, the actual devices of the devil, the plans and the plots of the devil, right?
To carry it out.
To carry it out in the flesh.
Yeah, because Satan is a spiritual being, right? Mm-hmm. But in order to actually fulfill in the flesh what he's trying to do in the spirit, he needs somebody to do it.
Right.
Just like the Most High needs somebody, he needs men to stand in the lot of a prophet to actually push this truth. Okay, that's his physical counterpart out here.
Right.
Is the prophet.
That's balance too.
You see?
The Lord got somebody on the left-hand side, which is Satan, to bring forth
Wickedness.
which these other nations, y'all gonna catch it, man. When it's your turn, when the Lord puts Satan on your ass, during the time when you get captured and brought into slavery, then guess what? Satan's gonna be sick on your ass, man. And he gonna have a ball with you, man, because he know you. Yeah. Yeah. But then you got Yahweh Shai who's gonna bring forth righteousness on the right hand side. So the Lord is controlling both sides. Okay? So we go back and cast him in the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him. Now we brought this out because we're going into how Jake, when Rome fell, Jake grew right under who? You started with who? Septimius Severus. You read about him, that was a Jake. And you had many more kings that ruled and had civil what was that empire? The Morbid, I can't really say it. But there was ancient empires that we read about that Jake would call Moors, right? Because you had Jakes that fled there, I believe, under Muhammad, man. You had Muhammad sending the sword on you Israelites.
Sub-Saharan slave trade.
The sub-Saharan slave trade, yeah, right.
Where Ishmaelites and Elamites, were coming hard after
by force. They was bringing the sword on Jake by force, making him convert. Right. That's what that word converso means.
Convert to Islam.
Yeah.
And Jake fled into North Africa. And over time, you had Jake and Elam and Islam mixed together, and Jake converted to Islam.
Right.
Calling themselves Moors.
And I believe during the time of you had a persecution that was taking place in
Spain and Portugal.
Spain and Portugal.
The edict that the Pope put out with the with
we can go into
Isabella and Ferdinand. What was it? Inquisition.
The Spanish Inquisition.
So then, Jakes was trying to link up with the Moors so they can get back Spain and Portugal. Okay, but they never was successful to do it.
All right, this is the Spanish Inquisition facts in Guantanamo. The Spanish Inquisition was a judicial institution that lasted between 1478 and 1834. Its ostensible purpose was to combat heresy in Spain, but in practice, it resulted in consolidating powers in the monarch of the newly unified Spanish kingdom. Its brutal methods led to widespread death and suffering. The Roman Catholic Church had established Inquisition in the past, taking their names from the Latin verb inquirio, inquire into. These missions had authority to question supposed heretics about their religion practices and loyalties starting in the 1300s. Unlike much of Western Rome at that time, medieval Spain was a multiracial, you see that? It was a multiracial and multi-religious country with large Muslim and Jewish population.
Right.
Okay.
So they basing it off of beliefs, but really the Moors and the Jews were the same people.
Because we made it when you read it. There's times in the during the time of the battles that was going on in Greek, Jake joined forces with the Ishmaelites. Okay. So there was a lot of conversion going on during that time, man. And during the time of Muhammad, when Rome fell, what was it, 476 AD? You had Muhammad was on the rise. He died at the death of he was born at the death of Justinus, the emperor, right? And you know, when you read, you got that Babylon and
that's
Timbuktu.
what I'm looking for.
Oh, Khan. You know, he died at the death of Justinus, and this basically was the birth of Islam, right? And what happened was, as time progressed, you know, as people were, it was battles between him and his own people, right? Because you had the Israelites, they were worshiping 365 gods, but Muhammad tried to come in and change that. Okay, Muhammad was on a mission to try to go and basically, you know, take over. You know, become that new power, that new religion, that new ruler. Ruler. Where he, then you had the battle of. It's going to mention that the battle between the Jews and Muhammad, and he kind of put, forced them, brought them in markets. We're going to read about that in Babylon Timbuktu.
All right. This is from the book Babylon and Timbuktu. I'm on page 44. It says, the birth of Islam. Okay? It says, I'm going to jump down to the second paragraph. It says, the Roman Empire at the birth of Muhammad was divided in two parts. The Western Empire,
right,
with the capital at Rome, and the Byzantine Empire, with the capital at Constantinople.
Right.
So
I believe Constantinople was a J.
Constantine was a J. Okay.
Switch them out. You want me to read while you got it?
Says the Roman Empire in the West collapsed 476 AD after many barbarian raids and incursions. The Germanic tribes crossed the borders and penetrated in all the territories of the Western Empire, including Africa. So the Western Empire, Roman Empire, was ruled by the Edomites. Okay, and like it says right here, the Eastern Roman Empire which was the Byzantine Empire, okay, was ruled by Jakes. Okay, and that's what you see.
That's the prophecy of Revelation
of Revelation 20. Okay, he was put under subjection. Okay, from that time. It says 476 AD, okay, around that time period was when the Great Chain was put on him, right? It says the Eastern Empire was deprived of its vigor by the repeated wars with Parthia, Persia, okay? This empire could not hold its possession with a firm grip, right?
Right, because same thing is going on with America. You got a large slave class. You got inflation going on.
I'm gonna bring that part out. Okay. It says the Eastern Empire was deprived of its vigor by repeated wars with Parthia. This empire could not hold its possession with a firm grip. Constant imposition of heavy taxes, a scarcity of soldiers and agricultural laborers, economic extortionists, okay, a large slave class, and influx of the barbarians with frequent wars brought disorder and weakened both the Western and Eastern empires. So what you see happening to America is the same thing that happened in ancient Rome. Okay, what you see happening, what? America is in the Middle East,
systematic breakdown,
fighting a war, right? You have America trying to help Ukraine. You have America trying to help Taiwan. You have America trying to keep Russia, China, Iran, all at bay at the same time on so many fronts. Then you have the barbarians rushing in because you got these migrants being brought in at a high rate.
And what you see here,
what you see, fighting age men, military age men, fit men being brought in the interiors of America also.
They basically use their mercenaries, man.
Mercenaries.
Yeah.
And
to bring disorder.
And also you have the monetary system being destroyed, okay, because the monetary system is not as strong as it was before, right? The dollar is being put down by the BRICS nations, okay, is being de-dollarized, okay? So that's the same thing that, you know, there's nothing new under the sun, man. The same thing that was going on back then with Rome is the same thing that's going on with this Roman Empire now.
How you know? Because this is Rome reincarnated all over again.
The deadly wound that was healed.
Yeah.
Okay. It says,
which be with that last beast that spoke about in Daniel 7. This is how we know where we at in prophecy, because of, you know, this is that beast, right? That's going to he had a little horn, right? That was going to rule for a time period, right? That comes out of that fourth beast. Okay.
Okay. This is the organ of how Muhammad became, you know, the inventor of Islam, right? It says after Muhammad became a camel driver, he traveled to remote and intriguing lands. He led his caravans to Persia, Syria, and Egypt, transacting business with the merchants of every kind.
Right.
On his business trips, he met Jews, so-called Christians, right, and members of other sects. He interrogated them concerning the tenets of their religions. Okay, he frequented the environment of the Jews and their rabbis. Okay, so he hung around the Jews and their rabbis. The rabbis, you know, are teachers, right?
And they learned a lot of customs from us.
Right.
All right.
It says mostly because they were merchants and omnipresent, and an omnipresent ethnic group. They were everywhere. That proves what? Jake was spread out everywhere, right? It says because he could not read and write. Read that again. Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews related to him.
Right.
Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion, which it says Jewish, but we're talking about the Jews.
Right.
Okay.
That's it.
So-called Yahwehs. Okay. Negroes. Okay.
The Haitians and
the West Indians and the American Negroes make up the Jews. Okay. And it says, and compounded it with his new religion, Islam. So he gathered all that information and made it into something new. So that's why you see a lot of Islam customs mirror that of, Hebrew Israelites, because they got it allotted from us. Right. It tells you right there.
What Ramadan is about. Right. It's about a 24-hour fast or something like that?
Yom Kippur, all that, you know?
And this is how you know the other nations want to be you. They know, hey, they you know, like the scriptures say, they licked our wounds, man. You know, they basically further, you know.
They knew who he was. We were the chosen people, right? And the scriptures talk about our dead our dead bodies being
in the streets.
of this great city.
That's a metaphor.
That's a metaphor for them knowing who we are, not telling us.
Right here in this
And not doing anything about what Esau is doing to us, man.
Right.
Right here in
They
this great city.
made gifts. They gave each other gifts and made merry. They was happy.
Right.
Yeah, man, we took them down. Look at them. Now they walking all proud and shit.
That scripture in Lamentations, right? They looked for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They was hoping it would happen.
Yeah.
They wanted
rejoiced.
it. Yeah, they wanted somebody to do this to us. Okay, and they had to all come together to make this thing happen, man.
They would, like the scripture say in Song 83, they're Confederate. Okay, that's why you see in one area you got Amalek. Hey, I lived in the hood where it was Amalek, not Amalek, but Ishmael, right? They was selling pizza, selling Pepsis and Cokes and shit, and lunch. Then next to it you got Moab, washing clothes and shit, right? Then you got a store down the street, Edom, selling you wash machines and computers. You know, all around you is the nations who's making money off of Jake. You know, keeping them stuck in the hood, right? Their money in Jake community stay about what? No, less than a week.
Right.
You know? Less than a week. But the money circle, you even got Elam in the hood.
Right.
Selling you cigarette loads at these convenience stores. You know? You got Ham, right? You got Ham in your selling you Nikes, selling you fake Jordan bags. Yeah, you got Ethiopians in the gas station, you know, selling you all type of stuff. All the nations around Jake, servicing Jake. Okay, you got it.
This Psalms 83, okay, 2, it says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult."
A tumult is a what? Is a roaring noise against another nation. And guess what? Them tumults happen all throughout history. Okay?
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Right, they became proud. They saw the state of Israel, right? They band together. And you know, they rejoiced. Yeah, man, we got him. Hey, that's why when you look up the Archetypes, you know, there's movies showing, you know, when Esau stormed the temple, you know, when they took us down, you know, 70 AD, it was a trump, it was a noise. You know, you see that, you remember that book, the Roman Edomites, they were trumping on the front of the page. They were trumping. They were making noise on raw, tumult.
Yep.
Storming the temple, man. You got it?
Right. It says, they have said, come. No, it's like they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Crafty counsel, that's why they had these EU meetings, Esau, right? The World Economic Forum, the G2 summits, of what they gonna do to the Lord's people. They secretly know who we are, man. Hey, you got Jacob D. Rothschild. They know they eat it, right? The word Rothschild means red child, red shield, right? And you go on the interstate and see some of them signs with that little red shield on it. A lot of things Esau do is in codes, is in codes. So they know that they go back to Esau, Edom in the Bible.
You need this truth to
right.
be coded.
They know that they go back to Mount Petra. Okay.
The word, I got the word crafty. It says aram. Okay.
Aram, that's the Hebrew word.
Right, the Hebrew word aram. It says to be subtle, be shrewd.
Subtle.
Subtle. Subtlety.
That's the meetings. Okay, that's how they know how to get Jake, man. They subtle with it. They study Jake. What he like. That nigga like smoking weed. We're gonna do something to the weed to make them lose their mind.
All them at the table, exchanging ideas and shit. Think tanks. Right,
think tanks. We're gonna inject their fruit with all kind of diseases. We're gonna poison they got, think tanks. They come, what you think they have those G2 meetings for? Why you think they come secretly together? Those wicked councils.
Why Jake ain't there?
Yeah.
Why Jake ain't there? Think about that.
Yeah,
it says to be subtle, be shrewd, be crafty, beware, take crafty counsel, be prudent.
Be who? Prudent.
Be prudent.
Now to be prudent meaning well understood, man. A lot of them, like the scriptures say, the heart of them is deep. They hide deep. It talks about them hide. I think what? Psalm 64, I want to put you. Okay? But they come up with these G2's tongues and all kinds of secret meetings that you don't know about. Even the Bohemian Grove, man.
It says to be cunning.
Cunning, right? When you cunning, hey, you know.
The cunning hunter.
Yeah.
Esau, the cunning hunter. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It says to deal subtly. Okay, so all these
He's a subtle creature. You know, he that's how he do. He come with a smile, a handshake. That's how he come.
That's why the scriptures call him the serpent.
The serpent.
You know?
Yeah.
It says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right.
Okay? And who the hidden ones? Okay? The Israelites, man. Okay? It says they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
Right. And that happened right here in Babylon, man. You know, you had when we went into captivity, you know, they beat that Hebrew out of you, man.
That's how we became the hidden one. Hey, because
the Israelites are the hidden.
We didn't know that we were Israelites. We became hidden even to ourselves. You know, they put like the Lord put us away.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures say, right?
The song say in Jeremiah 17:4 that he was going to discontinue us from our inheritance. Right? To where we ain't gonna even understand who we are. That happened through Esau.
That's why this captivity is unlike any other.
Worship.
You know, we didn't know who we were. Right? Yep. It says, for they have let me go back before. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And throughout history, you'll find that when you go back to Egypt, Pharaoh, they were been trying to do that. Hey, man, they told the Hebrew women, man, look, man, if it's a male, cut them off. That's how you cut off somebody's name. You take the male, right? Because a woman, right? A woman can bring your seed back on the planet. It don't matter which woman it is, you know. So that's why they always wanted to kill the men, even during the time of Yahushua. Moses, and the time of Yahushua, man. They said get rid of the males, because the males are the one that carry the lineage. That's how you get rid of a whole nation, is to kill the men. And for so many centuries, the heathens been trying to find ways. They've been having these secret meetings, council, of how they gonna destroy us. But now they're confused. Hey, these niggas keep multiplying because the Lord is behind them. The Lord said, if you can count the stars in heaven, then you know what I cut off the seed of Israel, right? But we know the stars.
Sand of the sea
can't be counted. You can try good luck. Let me know when you get done.
You'll be dead and gone, but still
let me know when you finish. Go ahead.
And now it's about to start naming them in a second. Hold on. It said, for they have taken crafty counsel. For they have consulted together with one consent.
Right. One consent. Get that word consent, please. They consulted, right? Consulted. They dealt with each other. They come among each other and consulted, right? Discussed and to how they gonna deal with us. You know, you can get that word. They consulted with one consent.
It says consent, la'ab. Okay.
That's the word.
In a man, mind, will, heart, understanding.
One understanding. We're gonna they one understanding was to destroy. Right. That was their whole agenda, destroy. How can we get rid of these Israelites? How can we take the name off them?
Inclination.
How can we keep inclination?
Resolution. Determination of will.
They was determined to, and you see that throughout history. They were determined to destroy us completely. Okay? To move the name off of us. Okay? Even in this captivity, you see it. Jacob's all destroyed, calling himself an African American. Calling himself out, his manners are patterned after the heathens. Okay? But what happened? Hey, even us, we was like beasts. But the Lord get what he do. He changed us, and basically now we came back to he stood upon our feet now.
Right.
The Lord called the spirit to enter is a prophecy.
Right. The breath came back.
Right. The fact that we're the breath, right. The breath is the word, man. The word of the Most High.
The truth.
The truth. Right? And the fact that we're out here teaching You know, our people that we the Israelites, that's prophecy. Right? You say we will stand on our feet, an exceeding great army, right? And the spirit of life shall enter into Ezekiel 37. So the word is being manifest by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which is a miracle. Okay, you got it. So they were determined to take us out the way, man, to keep us in a dead state of mind. That they were determined, Esau, let's make sure they stay dead. Meaning spiritually dead. Let's kill their spirit. That's what that whip is for.
Hey, because the body is, you know, flesh is basically a shell, but the spirit, okay, the Most High can bring you back to life through the spirit, man. You know, and that's this truth, man.
Yeah.
That's why we changing in the flesh to try to be more like the Most High, because hey, we like Him in the spirit. Okay, He gave us the spirit like His. You know what I'm saying? It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate, okay, against thee. And that word confederate, okay,
I gotta appreciate what you just said.
it says covenant, alliance, pledge between men. Okay, alliance, okay, a covenant, a divine ordinance with signs or pledges. Come on, man. That's covenant. They made a covenant and they confederate between them two. You know, the tabernacles of Edom, so-called white man, and the Ishmaelites, okay, which is Ishmael, the Arabs and shit. Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal, Ammon, Amalek, the Philistines, you know, so forth and so on down the line, man. All these nations, they are confederate against us, man. That's why you can't hold on to their ways. Let that shit go, man. Come back to your heritage. You know?
Just bring you up when you said about the spirit, you know. The body is just a shell, right? But it's the spirit that housed the body. Our body, what is the Latin word or the Greek word of body? I believe it's Latin. Bodega, which means a house. This is just a house. This is an earthly house, right? It's a temple that housed the spirit, okay? The spirit in this land for hundreds of years were dead, you know? Our forefathers, men that was before us, they were dead.
Drive home.
Drive home, right? Marching and protesting to be equal to the white man. You know, begging and following the multitude that asked the white man, let us be a part of your organization. Let us become like you.
Right.
You know, let us share some of the riches that you stole, right? Let us be, you know, respect me. They begging for the respect of their enemy.
A dog next to the master's table asking for crumbs.
Right. And also, what you see to this very day among Israelites, they're voting for a king, like they did back then, man.
Right.
The Lord said, you know, I'm your king. You don't set up another king.
You don't need one.
Yeah.
I'm your king.
Yeah.
We want one anyway. That's what they said. No,
we want a king like the
just
other
like
nations.
the other nations.
Right? But the Lord said, don't go not in the way of the heathen. The customs of the people are vain. Okay, but Israel insists to have a king, and the Lord warns you, okay, I'm going to give you what you asked for, but your sons and your daughters are going to become servants for the king. They're going to take your vineyards and your crops and hoard it to themselves. They'll make your men servants of the king and men of war for the king's purpose. They'll make your women what they call a woman that make perfumes, you know. I forgot the word that it said, but hey, that's what a king does. You had a nigger woman when who was it? One of the kings came. You remember that video, the woman crawling on her knees to the you remember that old video of this African woman? She was in the kitchen with these other women and
to America.
No, there was a real thing. It wasn't a movie. It's a video that I got on my channel. One of the Rothschilds walked in. I believe it was one of the Rothschilds walked in the kitchen and meet the woman.
Yeah.
And the woman started crawling on her knees.
Yeah.
She got down on her knees. right? That's concubine behavior.
Yeah.
That's you dead in the spirit when you're looking at the oppressor with glory. Esau, Edom. You got to be dead in the spirit to look at Esau, Edom as she destroyed. Was an Israelite woman. The scriptures say that they gonna bow to us, man. In Psalm 6, you get that in Psalm 6? They gonna bow to us. Okay? The sons that afflict thee shall bow unto thee, man. You know? So, hey, a lot of our people are dead, they're on a low level, man. Let me get this in Revelation. You can bring that out first.
Psalm 60.
Psalm 60. Psalm 60 and 14. I got it right here. Psalm 60 and 14. Take your time.
I mean, you Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Hey, because I
tripping.
had just looked at Isaiah and I was like, yes, I got it right here.
Okay.
Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee.
Right. Right. The sons that afflict Esau, Edom, right? And other nations, right? That whole chapter good, man. Going into the glory of Israel, how the other kings are going to be converted unto us. Their treasures, their land, all the goodly of their possessions are going to be converted to us. But then you got some nigga woman crawling on her knees to one of the Rothschilds. You destroyed in the spirit. Okay? Dead. Man, you got a lot of Jakes walking around here with what? Briefcases and tight pants on, trying to be the best Edomite they can. You know? They have surpassed Esau as being better than him. You know? You destroyed in the spirit. You've been destroyed. Okay? The Psalms, what is it? Revelations 11. Revelations, 11 and 8. You destroyed in the spirit, man. Because they pattern themselves after the enemy, man. They don't understand who they are. You don't understand your heritage. Your birth, what belongs to you according to birthright. Beginning of the book, all throughout the book. Okay? The birthright, you're going to own him, man. He sold his birthright into you. Right? He saw what they say, the elders shall serve the younger. Hey, we ain't, even though we on the bottom, we ain't bowing down to the Edomites. We ain't trying to worship them. We ain't worshiping no Jesus. Okay? We ain't doing none of that, man. We coming back to the true power. Yahweh Shem Shah. We returning unto the Lord. And with that, being in this truth comes with benefits, man. You know? Understanding comes with being in this truth. And then the very people that's doing that, they you know you destroy when you come up against the men that's telling you about your heritage. Your heritage is great, right? You come from fathers who are loved by the Lord, and the Most High promised them the land, the best of the right among all the pits. He gave you the best part. But you know the rest of our people so destroyed. They want to hold the leg. You ever see somebody on their knee holding the leg of they love them so much. That's the spirit that they got. That's the love that they got. For the white man, they so destroyed. Even when we tell them the Lord is going to put them in slavery and raise you up out the dunghill, they look back at the white man like, why he can't come too?
Hey, because even in the time of the Maccabees, it said that some of our people, okay, love the ways of the heathen more than their own ways. You know, and they clung to the heathen, you know, rather than their own heritage, man. You know?
Right.
Which is, you know, you deserve the worst punishment if that's the case, man.
What the scriptures say, have a nation change their God. Right? The other nations kept their God and they stuck to what they believe in. But Israelites want to go and bow down to every stock, right? Every, tree, every God of the other nation, And you got the one and only true power, man, that runs the whole universe. Okay? The Lord is going to give you the best, right? The Lord is going to raise us to be kings and priests. The Lord is going to beautify us with just name it. The best food, the best clothing, okay? Immortality, you'll never die, okay? You'll never break the laws. Your women in the kingdom are going to be yours. No other man going to have your woman. Right? The bodies we're going to get are spiritual bodies. To be able to move in and out the universe, man. We're going to be able to go to other planets. Did not Yahweh Shai say, in my Father's house there'll be many mansions, right? He was referring to the planets. And you got people you got these guys that study the astrology, man. You're on a low level compared to what the men of the Lord is going to be, man. The Lord is going to bring us true understanding once you come back and return. He's going to unlock information that we don't have right now. Right? We're going to know every single thing, what it takes to make air. Get it. Close it. This thing still rolling too. It's all good, man. You know, what it takes to make air, what it takes to make water.
All the elements.
Right.
Okay. Hey, because if you think about it, everything that was made through elements, right? Mm-hmm. And who was the hand, the help that was with Yahweh Shai to make all this? The elect, man.
That's right.
So it's only fitting that the elect gain back the knowledge to make all these elements combine to make some of the stuff that you see here, okay, in righteousness, man. No?
Right.
It would be easy for one of the elect to fix all the problems that the earth has right now because of the things Esau's been doing, man. No, because Esau has destroyed everything, man. Look at the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the food that we eat. Okay, there's plastic in everything now. Okay, there's radiation in everything, man. Everything is destroyed, man. When you think of the HARP system, okay, you got birds falling out the damn sky. You got fish beaching themselves. You know, whales beaching themselves.
The
animals are confused, man. They don't understand what was going on. You know.
Hey, the creature, what did it say? The creature honestly waited for the manifestation of basically the promises, right? The animals are waiting for Jake to get back in power.
They're waiting for that
tree,
that refresh.
Right, because the earth is going to be refreshed underneath Yahweh Shai and the elect. Okay, like you said, man, because the elect assisted Yahweh Shai in the beginning of creation. When it spoke about in the first page in Genesis, God created the earth. The word God there is plural, Elohim. All right, there was more than one power. There was Yahweh and his firstborn creature, Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh gave the souls, the elect unto Yahweh Shai to execute on the earth, like it say, as it is in heaven on the earth, to execute a righteous order, man, on the earth. So that's the next rulership that's coming. I got a precept back to what we said. This man about to die. John 14. I believe it's John 14 where it say, you was with me from the beginning. Windy day today. Yeah, elect was from the beginning. Okay. Is it 14 and 15 or 14?